Hello there, listeners. Here is Maya speaking from Klil, northern Israel. I haven't recorded for the podcast for quite a while since my journey to Jerusalem, so I wanted to update a little bit, tell about what's happening in my life and about what's happening in the region. So what's happening in my life? I was traveling for a while and I came back home to realize that the bombs have came back. Like for quite a while, there was much less bombs, and recently it came back again. I think every day, several times, usually at night. Um, Someone told me that the Hezbollah shoot at night because in this way the IDF it's more difficult for them to see where they shooting from. So around midnight usually there is bombs shooting. You like in the end of the day you put your head on the pillow and suddenly like boom, boom, boom. I don't have any safe place around my house, so what I supposed to do is just lying on the ground, and if I'm in my bed, that's pretty much what I'm doing anyway. So it's happened several times recently that I'm just going to sleep with the sounds of bomb falling in the background. And yeah, the condition here in my life became worse, bomb-wise speaking, since Ismail Haniya was killed, and that's I think the biggest event, the biggest thing happened in the news, in this news world since the last time I record. Ismail Haniya was killed in Iran. He was the top leader of Hamas, and yeah, I think the fact that the Israeli government find it so important to kill Ismail Haniya, I think it's kind of showing that they're behaving out of like kind of a computer game idea. It's kind of reminding me like a kid playing computer game, and he's saying like, okay, so there is like the bad guys, and my mission is to kill the bad guys and the bad guy's boss. Like if I kill the boss, so I win. This is like kind of like a computer game kind of thinking. And yeah, I think it's what you can understand from the fact that the government behaving in a way that is more relevant to a computer game than to a situation with many people life on the risk, is that they are very disconnected and kind of like, I don't know, autistic behaving kind of a way. Yeah, I think they taking the easy part, like the easy way to behave. If you think that your goal is just to kill a specific person, then it's make life much more simple than if you have like a whole bunch of different populations that have tensions and struggles and between them. Like if your mission is to take care for the general well-being of the people in a certain region, and you need to take in advance while doing that many different group of people and situation that is complex and tensions that creating violence for a long time. This is like wow, this is like a complicated mission. But just killing the big bad guy, it's quite simple, and I do think that the government is choosing the simple mission rather than the actual mission that there is to do. And that's very sad. It's very sad because it's bring no benefit to um, to anyone. I think really, like supposedly killing Ismail Haniya was supposed to bring benefit to the Israeli population, but security-wise, it's got worse. And if you're speaking about the hostages that are, it's like 120 hostages that are still trapped in Gaza for 10 months since October 7. 120 hostages still trapped in Gaza, including kids and baby, like women, kids, and a baby that is trapped under captivity in Gaza, being bombed all the time, and probably hold under terrible conditions, under captivity for 10 months. So what's the meaning of killing Ismail Haniya for those hostages? It's mean that hostages deal is going even, it's going less possible. Um, First, because by killing Ismail Haniya, Israel actually, like what happened is that Yahya Sinwar, the Hamas leader in Gaza, got all the power that someone needed to take because Ismail Haniya was killed. And if you ask me, by reading the news, it seems that Yahya Sinwar is the more psychopathic person out of those two. He seems completely messed up, completely. And I remember I read in the news before that there was like inside struggle within Hamas. Um, between the attitude of continuing the war no matter what, and between the attitude of trying to get into some kind of compromising and understanding with Israel to stop the war, including a possibility for a hostages deal. So in this inner struggle in Hamas, as far as I remember from reading the news, Ismail Haniya was the one that was more pushing toward like some kind of a deal, and Yahya Sinwar was insisting of continuing the war no matter how many Gaza people will die or no matter what. So now we don't have Ismail Haniya anymore, we have only Yahya Sinwar. It's mean terrible news for the hostages. And if you ask me, it actually seems that the Israeli government, it seems that they're like thinking, what should we do to prevent hostages deal? Because it seems this way. No one seems to make any benefit out of killing Ismail Haniya. The security situation in the north got worse because Hezbollah attacked again more strongly, and we are threatened by Iran, which is like a giant country with like nuclear bombs, and for the hostages situation got like their hope got even farther away. So it really seems that the Israeli government, by taking the attitude of like a computer game, killing the big bad guy as the first goal, completely leaving the people that are actually under their responsibility, I say, leaving them to die, to suffer, to keep on being under captivity, to just showing how disconnected a government can be. It's crazy. Yeah, you can see that just I think 2 weeks ago there was like a bomb hitting like a football field in Majd al-Shams in northern Golan Heights, and killing 12 children. And the government is now. I looked at the news yesterday, and it seems that they stop fundating the living for the people that were evacuated from the area around Gaza Strip, from the area that was under the attack, the area of the massacre of October 7th. So now the government stopped fundating those people that was evacuated and tell them like, okay, you go back to your house now. There is still war. There is still bombs falling around. Obviously, everyone are still very much traumatized, but there is no money for those people anymore. They need to go back to their life. I wonder how many evacuated people could the government support for how long with the money that it's take them, with the money that they use to kill Ismail Haniyeh? It's probably cost like a fortune because they used the Iranian secret identity or something. People like they pay probably a lot of money in order to kill Ismail Haniyeh. How many evacuated people could the government support, and for how long with the money that they used to kill Ismail Haniyeh? How many like general benefitful important stuff, like I don't know, giving therapy to like everyone that is post-traumatic, which is pretty much everyone in Israel, with the money that they used to kill Ismail Haniyeh. Yeah, it seems that this government is doing nothing for the people, really. Only makes situation worse, really. Yeah, so that's very frustrating. And the situation is still bad here in Israel. Obviously, in Gaza, it's probably worse. Yeah, so I was thinking to take advantage of this podcast stage to maybe play a song, send like some maybe a song for healing. I was in the beginning, I was thinking to do like a song for peace, but then I was thinking maybe I go deeper and play like a song for the healing, healing for all those beings that are fearful and painful and despair. So yeah, I will play it now, and I'm sending that to all the beings around as a blessing. Oh,